Oh, so, one last thing I forgot to edit back into that video. This is the insta-kill move that Xel'lotath's Guardian can perform on you. If you don't shake it off, pop goes your head.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
It's like scanners.
Oh, hello. Yes, hello, doggy.
Penny?
Yep. Once again, presumably the same Lucky Penny. Although we never did get to see him recover it from the fuse box into which he jammed it. So maybe it's a completely different Lucky Penny?
It's all scarred and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like it was jammed somewhere.
You'll notice more and more with each time you come back from a chapter. Hold on a second.
Help me! Please help me!
Force Ghost!
Basement key. Just like that. Anyway, as I was saying,
What can't you get the blood out of?
Out of the everywhere, I guess.
Out of everywhere.
I mean, there's a lot of
everywhere.
blood in this house.
It's like
you know,
the Shining
that has been
elevator
in this.
scene.
But yeah, every time Alex returns from we return to Alex from a chapter, she has less and less sanity coming back to it. So, hence how she is hearing the creepies right now. But now we can go into the basement.
Can she build up her sanity?
Yeah, well, she's capable of casting all the same spells that
Okay.
that all of the spells that you've found, in the chapters so far. I'm just not doing it because there's no need to, and I'm kind of hoping here for a sanity effect. Anyway, shotgun.
So is this gun any easier to shoot than the other ones?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is a nice modern gun that will very much come in handy. Actually, come to think of it, I'm not actually sure how much we use the shotgun. I don't actually think it's that much, but it's it is quite functional. Yes.
Ooh.
So where once there was a passageway, bless you. Where once there was a passageway leading down from the well. Oh.
This isn't really happening.
Where once there was a passageway leading down from the well into the city, now it's sealed off by that door, by that the
Little dome
cast
thing.
iron dome. Yeah.
Can we open the safe?
And here we are. But we need a stethoscope. Which we do not have just yet. First, fuse box.
Is it a puzzle?
No, you just have to put the lucky penny in like you did, and now that room that it was too dark to go in, that we showed off ages ago, now it has light, and now we can just crossfade back upstairs, and voila, there's the bathroom. No jump scare in that bathtub.
Thank God. The Shining's ruined that for me.
Yes. But, yet another. Those are both of the volume control sanity effects. We have now the mute and the lowering. But the chapter page is in the medicine cabinet.
Yes.
Indubitably.
You are not free to leave this plane until you complete a task for me. You are to hunt and kill the master of this house. Do this one thing, and you will be free. Else fear the wrath of Xel'lotath.
That's a new monster we gotta fight.
Is it the one with the
Everything
two
is
heads?
complete for your
No,
arrival,
this is
Master.
a unique.
Now we must wait for the planets
Yeah,
to arrive.
there's
And
a
that is
new
not
enemy
too many
type that
years
is
from
unique
now.
to this chapter.
Another Roivus has crossed our path.
It's not exactly a
This time,
boss, but it's
We will not be
unique.
so merciful.
Mercy has no place in this world. It has only a place for me.
He will meet such a horrible death that the rest of the line will never set foot in his house again.
Pray to me that they don't. Pray to me anyway.
Welp.
She sounds like the person who does the voice of the Queen Sheba in the dramatized audiobook of American Gods. Sorry.
It may well be. I don't know.
It fits.
Yeah.
My education
And now
in
finally,
psychiatry
we
did
get
not
to play
prepare me.
as Grandpa Edward.
I would love to see how Freud's view of his mother
Awesome
would change with
library.
the knowledge of Chattur'gha.
Yep.
How Skinner would incorporate Xel'lotath into his
When he was a
behaviorist
youngin'.
theories. How Jung would accommodate Ulioth into his theory of the collective unconscious. Like my ancestor Maximilian, I too had an interest in my family tree. As a psychiatrist, I believed that science could provide answers into my family's sordid, bizarre past. It was with great excitement that I began my search. The mansion's history was filled with my colorful predecessors. Everything from convicted and hung witches to committed madmen, each laying
For
their
instance,
own
great-grandpa
peculiar
Max.
on its character. I intended to find their secrets.
The big ham.
Just gazing off the shelf to
Yep.
the distance.
A big glowing book. I wonder... Yes, okay, good. And that's me sneaking for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. I don't trust you, servants. We know better now.
Does she turn as soon as he opens the book?
No.
Oh, okay, good. She's standing awfully close.
No, in fact, I mean, spoilers, I guess, but none of the servants are actually bone thieves in this chapter.
Yay, nice reprieve.
Well, they have, as was in the talked about in the cutscene before the chapter began, Pius has another plan to eliminate Edward. But yes, so we just hidden in that book was a minute hand, and if you remember the very first puzzle of the game, when we had to put the minute hand and the hour hand on the clock to find the secret study, well, I mean, you can, if you go back to where the secret study is, it will, it will give you a hint that you have to find the minute and hour hands, but I just kind of, skip past that part because we know better. And I can just, explain to you that that is what you do. As are we all, Edward. Still not. We don't know what the significance of that is. No piano playing for Edward. On screen. Obviously, that's a hint that, you know, one day he will hide a chapter page in the piano and it is played properly, but... Okay, yeah, but I want the sword. There we go. Yes, we will need that. Yeah, as you can see, I mean, you can't really see it now because the flavor text is blocking it, but Edward has a very small health bar.
Oh,
But
wow.
very large sanity and magic bars.
Liquid courage.
Yep. That is like the meditation rod. That is a complete sanity restoral. Using this will regain sanity. But you never actually have to, since, you know, you have access to magic. Well, not yet, but...
I wonder.
Yeah, I have to imagine, did Max contrive all of these things? Like, did he set up...
He was wondering who set it up.
Yeah, like, did
How many other people in this family have been interested in this? Or is
that's-
it just Max?
That is a good point. Sort of, has anyone
like someone
in between...
might have accidentally moved something out of the way because they didn't like the way it was decorated.
Now I'm sort of taken with the idea of elephant gun. We do not have access to the elephant gun just yet, but we will. And believe you me, it is a thing of beauty.
The glowy book. The glowy book.
Yep. There we go. Now we go back down to where the Hecret hidden secret study is.
Oh. In this family, it's just normal to visit be visited by your dead ancestors.
I guess.
It's hereditary.
It certainly is a pattern.
Your ancestor. I died in an asylum after trying to warn the world. The pain and anguish I felt in that cell has empowered me to linger after my death. I must complete what I started, Edward. The darkness must be stopped, or all of humanity may end.
And then he walks toward...
Into the clock.
Yeah.
Set the clock to the 33rd minute of the third
Yeah, I guess I referred to it as a hint, but really he's pretty explicit about what you need to do.
Yeah.
Really. Not that it's not, you know, easy to figure out just from the fact that it's a puzzle you already had to do once in the game. And so that, you know... Hey, what a coinky-dink, we already have the hands. Yes, sometimes it can be a little finicky about setting it to 333.
use them. They are humanity's only hope. Destroy the Guardians, Edward, and avenge my waste.
Remember, Simba. Now at last, we get the tome. It took longer for Edward than it normally does. But this is the longest chapter in the game. Well, generally speaking. I mean, obviously it depends on how much of the flavor text you read and how long it takes you to figure out the puzzles, but on average, this... You know, I cut out a lot of the backtracking that you do, so that it's under 45 minutes, but it can, you know, on a normal playthrough, it can take, you know, close to an hour.
So what's an elephant gun?
A gun for hunting elephants,
Oh,
basically.
I
Or
should have gotten
it's
that.
it's a... Well, no, I mean, it's just... I mean, not specific. I don't think it's specifically. I think it's for any, you know...
Like large game.
Yeah.
Oh, for forehead. The
Yeah.
human body does not have that much blood.
No. It's magic? Evil magic? Anyway,
No.
that... Yes, that is the vampire.
Oh.
Yes, we play as Edward and we fight a vampire. That is, in fact...
Why isn't Buffy fighting?
Because they only wanted to add one vampire into the game. Anyway,
it's
so yes,
supernatural.
they
Off the head.
so they yeah, they drain blood, except the vampire will go around the house periodically attacking all the servants, and you need to stop any servants that it...
Does it turn them into vampires?
No, it turns them into zombies. It doesn't...
Okay.
It's not exactly a vampire, but it's, you know, it will make them attack you.
Gotcha.
So you can hear... You can't see... you can only see the vampire while it's moving around, if you cast a Reveal Invisible spell of the right alignment. Otherwise, you will be able to hear it moving around, and it does always go to the places in the same order.
Can
It
you
visits each of the rooms in the same order, so if you know what you're doing, you run there so that you can attack it quick before it can, before it can vampirize the servants.
Can you only see it if it's moving? I mean, can you only kill it if you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Or... Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And now we get the key to the gun cabinet, which allows us to get the elephant gun. It is entirely possible for the... either
Thanks, Wadsworth.
to... Yeah. To either... If you have Reveal Invisible spell on, you can actually hit the vampire before it enters this room, in which case it will stop, it will attack you, and then you just swipe at it a few times, and then it goes back to the basement to recharge. But if you do that, or alternatively, if you don't save the servant, either because the servant is never in danger because you get to the vampire first, or if the vampire successfully, kills the servant, you do not get the gun cabinet key and you cannot get the elephant gun.
Gotcha. Holy crap. 50 caliber.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a desert eagle.
Only a crazy man would feel comfortable facing a Hawk. Yeah, this is
What's a
the most
Holland
the most powerful. Well, I think that's just the brand.
Okay.
This is the most powerful gun in the game. Well, actually, no. I guess that's all. Well, you'll see. But it is an extremely powerful gun. It will kill most things in one hit. The thing is that when you aim it, yeah, like, you know, you press the button to take aim. Yeah, look at that recoil.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, if you don't, yeah, that's the other thing. If there are any servants sort of in the room, like when you interrupt the vampire on its path, if there are any servants in the room, it'll just go after the nearest servant.
Right.
Until you hit it enough times to send it back to the basement. But the thing is, if you fire the elephant gun without aiming for like a solid second, like if you need to take a second to let him settle in with the gun. If you don't, it will not the kickback will knock him flat on his ass.
So it is like a desert eagle.
Yeah, it is some seriously crazy. Alright, and this is the final time. Yeah, you have to fight the vampire 3 times. The third time it comes out, you fight it, and it will give you the other half of the basement key, which you need to get into the basement to have the final showdown with the vampire. I was going to say something about the elephant gun. Anyway, it's not terribly practical, but it is wicked strong. And, you know, it's just sort of fun and satisfying to, you know, especially to just enchant it and then use it on something and just watch it drop in a single hit. Because that sometimes happens. Not the vampire, though. Okay, so you can just fight the vampire, but, you know, if you've been...
It's more satisfying with 50 caliber.
Yes.
So if you destroy can you destroy that?
Yes, that is what you have to do, because, exactly. It will just keep recharging, and then, once it's destroyed, then the vampire is well, I mean, it's always vulnerable, but it'll always recharge, and restore its health, so, let's see, do I show off the kickback here? I think I do. Swipe. Yeah, there you go. Like that. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. The thing is, the elephant gun takes so, long to aim and reload, that it's only really useful against the vampire, because the vampire's quick and it, like, teleports around and everything. So, the way to do it is to shield yourself first so that, it won't interrupt you when it attacks you. And then you can use it, but it'll also use up a lot of your shield while you're busy, you know, swiping at the altar that restores its energy. This is the much more practical gun.
Right.
Shotgun.
Is that a sawed-off? Yeah.
It looks like. Although I think I don't know, it might just be a different design. I don't know. Yes, and
Summon horror.
yes, we can summon a horror, which we will only. Well, actually, I think we'll be doing it. I really ought to rewatch these videos before we commentate on them and remember what I did. But I think we only need to summon a horror once in the game, in the final level.
Okay.
But it's kind of fun using it. Home burglar gun.
I read that as Hamburglar.
Hamburger gun.
Like, I don't remember him having a gun in the commercials.
It'd be very not child friendly.
He's going down to the city.
Yep.
That's cool, having a
Familiar
house above
pathway.
an ancient city. I'd love
Yeah.
to do that.
I love the I mean, well, you'll see. There were jokes in the thread about uses for having a giant underground city underneath your house. There were jokes made in the Something Awful thread for this about that, and which you will be privy to once you see what happens in this chapter.
Did anyone make a note
Oh, jeez, I hope so.
because there's the city of lone people for the bowling alley.
Which is totally what I thought when I heard about that in Nightdale. I was just all like, oh my god, it's like Enga!
Are you invisible?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's why
I'm
they're
like,
not attacking. Yeah,
How did they see you?
Yeah, no, you missed. I cast invisibility before coming through because that is very handy, because look at all these enemies.
I like color.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the first time you're really seeing the inside of the inside of the city, basically.
That's not the new guy.
No, that's the Guardian we fought. Yeah, that we fought as Max. And now there are more of them. Bam, like that. Yeah, this guy's a bitch to kill. Especially because there's a horror in the room. So like while you're busy, yeah, like that can happen. While you're busy fighting the Guardian. But look at that. And it's down. That is the power of the elephant gun.
There should be like a cult devoted to it.
All hail the elephant gun. Ah, this room. It's a very important room. So, we've got a city full of monsters living underneath our house, and that will not do. That's just not... That's no good. So, we want to do something about that, right? Well, here is basically a giant spell-casting circle. And all we need to do is put the appropriate runes in it to make all of it go away. So basically we're going to cast a 9-point spell right now. A 9-point spell on a scale that is so large that we have to teleport to different parts of the city and inscribe the runes there to make it work. So most of these it will not give us a choice, it'll just be Pargon, because that's, there are 6 of those every time if you want to cast a 9-point spell. And after teleporting back from each place, from each tower, you wind up in a different room where there are enemies to fight. Yep. Yeah. Felt like such a boss. I was like, yes, narrowly avoided that. Yeah, keeping the great thing about invisibility is that you don't need to worry about half the enemies. The reason that part of the reason, there are 2 reasons that this level is the longest. One is just backtracking, It's just, you know, well, there's a lot of waiting. Because, like, you have to wait for the vampire to come back and attack someone. Like, that, you have to wait, like, an actual game minutes. There's not, like, a trigger. It's time activated. The other thing is, if you don't have invisibility and you have to fight all these assholes, it takes a long time. So you gotta dispel, and of course there's trappers everywhere to send you to the trapper dimension if, you know, if you are, you know, not having enough trouble with... Ow. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot about this. Yes, there was a great instance of timing right there where it cast a damage field spell right when I was on, and I ran through before the spell took effect. So now I'm inside the damage field, so I'm trapped in until I dispel it. Yeah, and Edward's not terribly athletic, so especially when he's injured, he is slow as molasses, and that also... There we go. It's all better now. Yeah, this is this is also one of those times when you thank your lucky stars that you have, you know, Mantarok flavored magic pool, so you can just regenerate all of your meters. You can just keep it going, and you can just keep moving, and you don't have to pause so much. So, yeah, this hallway, and then you go back into the portal room, and you have to do that for all 9.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Really
and that's why I also cut out the passage back through, because nothing interesting happens in the hallway leading back to here.
Right.
So I just cut straight to being back. And here's the first time we have to pick an actual rune. So, well, we want to get rid of things, so dispel. We're going to be casting one big giant dispel area on the entire city. That'll show those monsters what's what.
No!
Edward is not happy. Edward do like.
Psychologist, he doesn't like losing his sanity.
Yeah. We're just time. So this is just how it goes. You go through a portal, and then you go.
Place a rune.
Yeah, you place the rune. Then you pass through a room, and some of the rooms are, you know, have different gimmicks to them of like how you have to get through them. Like this one. No, this one you just have to throw the switch. But some of them have different, you know, gimmicks to them that you have to work out. But it's mostly just sort of, you know, rinse, wash, repeat, wash, rinse thing. That thing. Nope. See ya. Yeah. Yeah, want to see sanity effects, but really also do not want to be dying and for this level to be taking longer. So, let's just keep an eye on that sanity meter. Let's just do that.
How many more does he have?
That was 3, yeah, so 6. That center one right there is when you choose the alignment, which of course, as always, will be the dominant alignment, so... and once you pick the alignment, you'll see that the runes are sort of a neutral yellow. I mean, it looks more like green, but
Right.
it's meant to be a yellow. But then once you pick the alignment, everything glows with that color.
Okay.
Million trappers everywhere. Just blow them all away. Trapper Dave.
That room reminds me of the end of Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah! Oh man, it does.
With the creepy mist at the bottom.
Chattur'gha, Xel'lotath.
And Edward.
I am so limited. I was not an athlete, I was a nerd. I was the scholar, not the athlete. Yeah, some of the towers have trappers on them just to fuck with you. No, because fuck you, that's why. That's sort of the idea of trappers, just generally. It's just, because fuck you, that's why. Not actually dangerous, they're just there to slow you down. And yes, so now all the rooms on top glow red, because Chattur'gha. And the portal glows red, because Chattur'gha. Which is a long involved process, and wouldn't you know, we might just have to do it again, maybe? This might all be setting up something for later? Oh, yes, this is fun. This is absolutely... No.
Oh.
This is just a setup. This is very simple, just throw the switch, but it has a setup for something later. Which is...
Oh!
that. Or technically that. The thing you're supposed to glean from that is that he takes a, the thing blasts him, he sees everything in sepia tone, and then he takes a swig of liquid courage and it's all okay. That is the solution to a puzzle later in the game that we'll get to. Yeah, his heavy breathing sound effect is just one of those that's going to get to you after a while.
You can store this.
Oh, now he knows better.
Next time he has to destroy Underground City, he'll know what to do. He'll be prepared.
So, it's a museum, so there's three things. There's 3 cages. There's a trapper, a zombie, and a horror. And in order to get rid of the room, you have to set them all free.
Oh.
So, like, you know, I'm blowing this city to smithereens, magically speaking, anyway, so... So what's the harm? And it'll always be, the alignment of... The alignment you're facing against will be the alignment of the horror. The dominant alignment, that you're, set with will be the color of the zombie, and then the trapper will be the one that's left over. And now we get to set the other the final, you know, rune that we need to actually decide what it is. If you set, the wrong combination of runes, then once you set all of them, just nothing will happen.
Okay.
And you'll just be all like, wait, what am I supposed to do? And then you'll just have to, you know, work it out. Huh, nothing's happening, but I've done all the things, so maybe that's not what I need to do? And then you'll know, because once you've set the final rune, and you've done it correctly, it, you know, plays a little sequence of, you know, congrats, you did the thing. Oop, two horrors doing it out down there? Nope.
We'll stay away.
Excuse me while I kiss this guy. Final rune.
He needs some theme music to encourage him.
Yeah, this is sort of, it's sort of disappointing that there isn't any, like, cool music for this part. And now we are free to go. Well, not exactly, but now we have done the thing. Despite the urgency of that flavor text, there is in fact no actual hurry. There's no, like, strict time limit that, like, you need to escape the city by, or else it, you know, it go boom with you inside it. But, you know, this takes us out right into the hallway, and you can see guardians spawning all over the place. But yeah, fortunately you don't need to fight any of them. You just, the haul ass out of there. Oh no, can't they see me? Run, run, run!
You're so slow. Oh, he said he's gone.
Yep. Edward is so done with today. He's like, no, I am so through. And then once you reach the landing, it's all clear. Home safe. It's the big magical atomic bomb.
It's so pretty.
Yup. you know, only now,
Oh god, that's a
at
lot of them.
last.
That's a whole lot of them.
No, that's just one with a lot of...
Fairy dust?
Yeah,
Okay.
and that is how Edward died.